community has always been rampant. But now when they released the One Piece live action, like the response was really diabolically disgusting. All of you who said all these things, and it literally doesn't make any sense to me, because you know what, like at the end of the day, we have been wanting a lot of darker skin tone in anime because there are so many different kinds of people that are into anime, and having that representation is so meaningful to a fan. And now like having people like you trying to take it away from us is like so underhandedly disgusting. But anyways, let's get into it. So One Piece finally decided to drop season 2 after like 3 years. I think the last one was either 2021 or 2022. Please remind me, I kind of forgot. But I'm just like unbelievably unbelievable, because why is everybody being so rude about this? And like the poor actors have to sit and read through these disgusting comments is even worse for me. Like I'm horrified. I'm horrified. Anyways, the cosplay community has had a lot of racism. Like I've had experiences where there were people that were like, yeah, you can't cosplay that character. That character isn't supposed to be African. And I'm like, so? I don't really care. But there are people that get really hurt by this, because for them, they see it over and over and over again. And you know what? We've actually had a lot of people that have even lost their lives because of this, because of these really bad comments. But anyways, the issue that has now come out of the One Piece live action is that there are characters that are in the wrong skin tone apparently, and it's not even that big of a deal. It's not even that big of a deal, because it was Oda himself, the creator of the manga and the anime. He is the one that literally handpicked each and every character and each and every detail, because it is his manga and anime and creation, and it just doesn't make any sense to me why you have all of these people so upset about, you know, coming together and like bringing the world closer together. What is wrong with you? The first character was the character Brook. Now, Brook is a character that's a skeleton. We all know him, we love him. He's a skeleton. He has this incredible voice. He nicknames himself the Soul King because he's got this amazing voice, and he's a skeleton because he ate a specific like devil fruit that gave him reanimation powers, so he came back as a skeleton. Because actually it's a sad story. His backstory is so sad. He was on a ship with his crewmates, and then his crewmates died, and then he was the last survivor, and then he had the devil fruits, and then he came back. So he's the Soul King, and he's a really good singer. So we all know, like as fans, like as One Piece fans, me as a One Piece fan, like everybody basically put this all together and said this guy is actually African. He's a Soul King, dude. Like it's in the name, Soul King. You see his actual appearance, dude, like the way he behaves in the anime and his mannerisms, and then you've got this really amazing personality that is like so cool, and he loves, you know, singing and like his fans and things like that later on in the show. But like he has an afro, dude. Like he literally has an afro. So when the character came in the live action, there were billions and billions of comments saying, why is he black? Why is he African? Like he doesn't match the manga. Because when we look at the manga, he's actually a much lighter skin shade, and you might even say, oh, maybe he's Caucasian, but no, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. The other situation with Brook's appearance was he was also introduced way too early. He was supposed to be introduced when the crew goes on to Thriller Park, and like I've like watched the anime from episode 1 like 30 million times. Okay, I know my arcs. He was introduced way too early, man. Like I think it's like really exciting teasing him and like so we can see him now, but like dude, by the time they release the next anime, like it's gonna be like what, in like 2030 or something, and like it's gonna take so long. I don't know, for continuity it just doesn't make sense for them to introduce Brook now, but it's still kind of exciting that we got to see him. But anyways, Brook was supposed to be introduced in a couple of episodes later when the crew gets to Thriller Park, right? Or something like, or on their way to Thriller Park. So that was also like another issue with Brook. But anyways, the other character that everybody was really angry about was Vivi's character. Now this is one of the biggest disagreements about One Piece live action, and I am really upset about this, dude. I am so mad. She was in Bridgerton and she was amazing in Bridgerton. Okay, well, she did sort of like I suppose take her sister's boyfriend, but that's not the point. She was in Bridgerton and she was beautiful. I loved her. I really loved her. I thought she had this really kind personality, and she's so cute and she's so cool. Like she's literally the perfect Vivi. When you look at her, like the way she is acting and everything, she was the perfect person, the perfect cast. Like her and Luffy have like this really cool friendship, and then her and Nami, and the way Nami was like, oh no, it's so nice having another girl on board. I was like, yes, I like that. I like seeing that. You know what, like I really want to be a director, man. Like I think in my next arc, my next like personal arc, I'm gonna be a director and I'm gonna kill it, because I feel like I have the personality. But anyways, sidetracking, Vivi got so much hate because they were barking that she is the incorrect shade of Egyptian, and she's not supposed to be that dark. And I'm like, dude, she's literally geographically, she's supposed to be that skin tone. She could even be a darker skin tone, but she herself is the perfect skin tone. Because to me, I feel like it's halfway between light and dark. What do you get when you mix light and dark? Gray. Okay, no, that's missing the point. I don't think that's the right analogy. But she is the perfect skin shade, the perfect skin tone. I don't care what the skin tone is, but she is the perfect cast because she was so beautifully accurate and like perfect for this character, dude. Like literally. But still, the comments were like, no, in the manga you can see her skin is paper white, like and I'm like, of course the skin's gonna be paper white because the manga is black and white. But anyways, in the actual anime you can see that her skin shade is much more of a lighter tone, and that doesn't make sense, bro. Maybe back in the day when this manga was made, when there were probably specific standards for characters, because these things change, these rules change all the time. And at that time, maybe it was a thing, you know, when the anime was supposed to release, that, get as many pale people in as possible. I don't know, I wasn't there. And she just happened to be that shade. But no, casting her this particular shade, like a deeper shade, makes sense geographically, because Vivi is from an ancient Egyptian country, an ancient Egyptian sort of a vibe, sort of an atmosphere where you're gonna have people that are these shades. Okay, this is called different shades of brown. Okay, get used to it. And I don't know if you've ever noticed that other people on this planet have different skin tones other than white. It was so dumb. I can't believe how dumb people are. Like, you have to explain all of this from A to Z. I can't believe it. It's actually really, really sad, because Charithra, the actor for Vivi, she says that she's not like phased by all the hate comments, about her skin color, because she says like it comes with being her skin color when she's acting. And that is like really scary, dude. Like, that is insane. For her to even say that, no, it comes with her job, like, it's something that she's really used to, is actually very sad. You guys are disgusting. I cannot believe this, dude. And it makes a lot of sense, because there are so many racially discriminative users on the internet. The minute you cosplay a character from an anime where and most of the time the character is always a lighter shade, we get so much hate for it. Like an overwhelming amount of hate, relentless hate. The meanest things can be said. Yo, dude, it kills me. Oh my god. But the thing is with me, I couldn't care less, I couldn't care more. I couldn't care less. I just don't care. I don't know. To me, it doesn't do anything to me. Like, it literally doesn't do anything. You can say the worst, dude. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care more. I couldn't care halfway, half through, in, out, up, down. I just couldn't care less, because when somebody actually discriminates somebody else based on their skin tone, ethnicity, where they're from, or whatever, it just shows that you are just extremely under-evolved. You didn't evolve like the rest of the human beings that like you're supposed to. And I just feel sorry for you at the end of the day. That's just my thing, like how I feel like when people do this, because it makes zero sense to hate on someone's skin color and what they into and what they can and you. And these people that are saying, no, they're supposed to be this skin tone, they're supposed to be that skin tone. You guys don't even own the damn anime or the manga or the actual name, One Piece. You don't own it. So I don't understand why you gatekeeping it. It's not yours to keep. It's literally not yours to keep. And it's okay. You don't have to do all of this. It's like unnecessary. One Piece is based on the nations of the world, and the world has, just so these people can remember, like the world literally has multitude of different skin tones that range from the lightest to the darkest. Like, this is, you know, this, like everybody knows this. And so with One Piece, what Oda tries to do, which not many other animes do, is that he's trying to represent nations. That's why there's different islands in One Piece. Those islands, each and every island has its own theme, its own vibe, like its literal own, it's its own country. And people from that country have specific traits because they're from this specific country. Like, for example, Luffy, we know he's from Brazil. Usopp is from South Africa. You've got Nami, who's from somewhere in Europe, I think. And then who else do we have? Chopper is from Canada? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, he gives Canada the vibes. I don't know. And then I guess Robin is from like France. And then we have Zoro, who's from Japan because, you know, he's got the swords and things like that. Oh, and then I'm assuming Sanji is from the UK. I'm talking about the actual characters in the actual anime. I'm assuming these are all the countries that they're from, because they were not all from one island. They were each from a different island, meaning they were from a different country and they were coming together to form a crew. I don't know why that concept is so hard, that people from different backgrounds, people with different appearances can literally come together and form a crew. It's like so hard for these people to understand that. And it's like really sad. But anyway, continue hating. I couldn't care less though. And with that said, like, did my Robin live action makeup eat? I think it ate a lot and left no crumbs. You let me know. What do you think of this situation? Like, are you fine with Brooke being like, is it okay? Are you okay with Brooke appearing so early on? Because how are we going to do this now for continuity? Like, when are they going to meet them? I personally think that they're going to skip Thriller Park. It's a lot. It's a very, very long arc. And I think that this is just really unfair. You know, we wait so long for a One Piece live action, and like, this is the response that Oda and the cast and everybody who works on this like to get. This is like really mean. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Who is your favorite character? What episode of One Piece are you on? I'm on episode like 1000 or no, I'm not on episode 1000. I'm on episode 980 something, almost at 1000. But let me know what episode you're on and what other animes you've been watching. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Why are you still here, bro? Bye.